Okay, another edition of the Angry Photographer here. I've noticed that there's quite a few videos on YouTube about what Nikon lenses you absolutely must have. And unfortunately, 99% of them come from idiots that don't ever only own 5 or 6 or 8 or 10 Nikon lenses. Therefore, they have shit for brains and they don't know what they're talking about. So, how about some information from somebody that's literally owned well over 100, 150 plus Nikon lenses. Went to photography school and worked at several large camera stores, including one where I got to handle thousands and thousands of lenses and I got to borrow them overnight. Know what's good stuff, know what isn't bad stuff, so how about some opinions are worth more than others? So, what are 3 lenses you absolutely must have and 2 that you really should get without any question? Number 1, 35mm Nikkor DX. If you have a DX, 1.8. Why? It's only $200, superior sharpness. Any photographer you find on the web that has any salt at all will tell you that if you only can own 1 or 2 or 3 lenses, you absolutely must own 35mm 1.8 Nikkor DX. Second lens, 85mm 1.8, not a 1.4, because the 1.8 is $500, which is here. The 1.4 is $1,600, which you don't need. Very fast lens, perfect portrait lens, that's the absolute must-have for your bag. The third one, which should be sitting right here, isn't here because it's being borrowed right now. This lens, which you cannot see right here, which I'm going to talk about right now, that you absolutely should have and you probably never heard about, is the secret of Nikkor lenses. Why is it a secret? It's a secret because people are idiots and they generally don't know what to look for. It is the 180mm 2.8 Nikkor. Why should you absolutely own a 180mm 2.8 Nikkor? Number 1, it's extremely fast lens. Number 2, it is an insanely sharp lens. Number 3, it is a perfect telephoto quasi-portraiture lens that everybody should have. Number 4, here's the secret. You can buy it used, perfect condition, all day long for about $300. That's right. Basically, everybody wants a super fast 200mm, right? But you know that they usually cost about $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. Well, get the 180mm Nikkor 2.8 for $300. It's the one lens that you absolutely must have. Sits about yay tall. So, buy that lens used off of eBay, somebody that you can rely and trust on. $300, $350 all day long. You absolutely should own it. So, 35mm Nikkor. This will work on DX or FX. It's your 85mm 1.8 portraiture lens, $500. This is $200 all day long. This is for used about $380 to $400. To new, it's $5.25 or $500 all day long actually. And the one lens that you don't see here, which is being borrowed right now, that's the 180mm 2.8 Nikkor. Super sharp, super fast, super cheap, incredible. You should own it. For $300, you are getting one hell of a lens. It's the secret of the Nikkor lens world. Okay, now here are 2 other lenses in the back that you absolutely should own. Some things Nikon doesn't do a very good job on, and one thing, as Ken Rockwell and other photographers will point out, is their macro lenses. Nikon Nikkor macro lenses suck. They're overpriced and they're shitty. Believe it or not, you'll find a whole group of fans for this lens out there. It is the 100mm 2.8 Tokina macro lens. This is the lens that you want. It serves a dual purpose. It is $400 new. It serves a dual purpose. Take pictures of little ants, insects, little macro things from an inch, inch and a half away. Just beautiful, beautiful stuff that people love seeing. It's basically the missing point of photography that nobody takes up. Everybody takes a picture of people and cars and scenery. And the most interesting pictures out there are of little insects and little scintillating hairs, butterflies extremely close up where you can actually see their compound lenses. Most important lens that you should have is the 100mm Tokina 2.8. It's $400 all day long for Nikkor. It's also made for Canon. This also serves a dual purpose as a very fast portraiture lens. So you've got a perfect macro lens made in Japan. Ken Rockwell and other photographers and myself agree that this is the one lens. If you can only have 3 or 4 lenses, you should own this lens. You can even push away the 85mm portraiture because this serves as a perfect portraiture lens. Absolutely should get. Now, I've worked in several camera stores. I know quality. Okay? There's other people out there who say, well, this is a great... Well, you don't know shit. You've owned a few lenses. You don't know what quality is. This is made in Japan, and I kid you not, this Tokina is made better, coated better, and it's also the fastest Nikkor that I have. I currently own 14 Nikkor lenses. This is the fastest of any Nikon lens that I have, and it isn't even a Nikon. Superior build quality. This is an extremely underpriced lens. Okay, lens number 5. Not necessary, but it's my favorite lens to play with. You can get it for about $450, used all day long, new is about $650. It is the 10.5mm fisheye. It's DX only. Now the Tokina, by the way, is DX or FX. All of these are DX or FX except for the 35mm 1.8. This is the 10.5mm fisheye with 180 degree of view. It is a 2.8 lens. Obviously there's no front filter for it. It's made in Japan. All of these are made in Japan except for the 35 and 85 Nikkors, which are made in China. This is the most fun lens. Actually, if you want to see some screenshots, 2 things I recommend you do right now is actually go to Google and type in Tokina 100mm 2.8 macro and see some of the shots taken with this lens. And then type in 10.5mm Nikkor, 10.5mm fisheye, and see some of the shots taken with it. This is the most fun lens. There's a lot of interesting stuff you can do with it. There's also software out there that actually corrects for the distortion. I'm going to have another little video about this one in a second, about why this is such an incredible lens to have, the 100mm Nikkor. So your 5 lenses to get are your 3 primaries. 35mm 1.8, $200. Your 85mm portraiture lens, $400, $500 new all day long. Very fast, perfect lens. You don't have a lot of glass here. You got your sharpest images. A lot of photographers only use the 35 and an 85 for everything. They don't even pack around a zoom. They just pack around a few primes, and the 2 primes they'll always be packing with them are 35 and 85. I use the 35 almost exclusively for packing around. That and an 18 to 200 zoom. The third one, which I don't have here, sorry it's on loan, that you absolutely should get, super fast, great portraiture lens, telephoto. It's the 180mm Nikkor of any variety. It's been made now for a hair over 40 years, I believe. The 180mm 2.8 Nikkor, it is only $300 to $350. Super fast telephoto lens, great for portraiture. It is a necessary prime. And another reason why it's so incredibly important is you've got a great super fast telephoto lens that's Nikon for only $300. You absolutely should buy it. It's kind of an unknown secret. People see these 200mm 2.8 Nikkors, and of course they know they're $1,200 or $900 used. For people that don't have the money, they're like, well, screw that. I'm not going to spend that kind of money on a lens. Well, you want that. Get the 180mm 2.8 Nikkor for $300. Anyway, that was another video episode from the Angry Photographer. And as I say, some opinions are better than others because someone's actually had thousands of pieces through their hands and other people are just internet yahoos. And just because you have a camera in your hand doesn't make you a photographer. All that makes you is an asshole with a camera. A genuine photographer is someone who knows how to manipulate light, knows what gear to buy, but more importantly, why you should buy it. Why it's important to have it. Instead of some asshole that's owned 3 or 4 lenses and has a YouTube video and makes a video and says, oh, this lens is awesome. I've only just bought a Nikon a few years ago. I got into photography 4 years ago and this lens is awesome. Well, that's great, but your opinion doesn't mean shit. So, I may not be the nicest person in the world, but at least I know what I'm talking about and can make a decent recommendation so you don't waste your money. You can get the right stuff the first time instead of having to buy something and going, oh God, I wish I didn't buy that. Anyway, Thanks for watching, and the next one will be about the 100mm 2.8 Nikkor.